As I'm making this review, I didn't realize it, but it's the 20th anniversary of Comeback Kid's album Wake the Dead, and I definitely should check that one out for sure for a review because it's got one of the best hardcore songs of all time in my opinion. But anyway, hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Matt Diazville coming at you with a new music review. Today I am checking out the band Comeback Kid with their album Heavy Steps. If you've been to my channel before, you know I've covered this band before with their latest EP, Trouble. But a little background on them. They come from Canada, Winnipeg, Canada to be precise. They are a hardcore punk band that's been around since about 2002. And this particular album I checked out because they were the headliners at the 2024 Blood X Fest in Japan. And I was a little like curious. I was like, oh, Comeback Kid is headlining this show. And I've always felt like Comeback Kid, no disrespect to them or anything, they've always felt like, you know, they were never a top tier band in terms of like a headliner. They have their headlining shows, but whenever they would come through town, I would never be stoked to see them to be like the headliner. When they're the supporting act, I'm always like, yeah, I'm down for that. But for some reason, I always thought they could never pull off a headlining slot. But at that Blood X Fest in Japan, I saw them in 2024. I would say my opinions have changed. They've got a strong catalog and a good presence to be a headliner at certain things and, you know, headline their own shows, which sounds weird, but I got to give them their flowers. They are a lot better than I thought. And so just want to give respect to the boys in Comeback Kid. And with this particular record, Comeback Kid comes in swinging really hard, delivering some real deep and hard-hitting moments. But along the way, there are a few missteps on this album. Album has plenty of high moments that sound really good here, but there are some weaker tracks on here that just keep the album from being truly great. At their best, Comeback Kid has really proven, you know, that they're one of the hardest and most consistent hardcore bands in the game, for sure. Tracks like No Easy Way Out or Dead on the Fence really showcase their signature energy and style in terms of, you know, having really crunchy guitar riffs, thunderous drums, thick bass lines, and just overall just massive sing-along choruses. So I want to play a clip of No Easy Way Out so you get a sense of just like how good Comeback Kid can sound when they're just firing at all, like on all this, as they say, firing at all cylinders. No easy way out. Yeah, there's nothing one from taxing you anyway. My way just for the slave. It's just heavens and as a train could be. That those drums that after the chorus sound so good. These songs push the limits of fast and aggressive hardcore while embodying the band's raw and just overall urgent energy and intensity that they have. However, not every track on this album hits with the same kind of force as those other songs I talked about. Songs like Everything Relates, True to Form are, you know, they have a few exciting moments in these songs, but overall they feel ultimately uninspiring. So here's a clip of Everything Relates so you get a sense of just how it just feels okay overall. Yeah, overall it's just kind of there because these tracks have more of like a standard punk style drum pattern and kind of like a lifeless guitar section, a rhythm section you could say, and it just doesn't really have that urgency, that bite that good Comeback Kid songs have. And so the tracks feel more like filler than anything and not really standout moments on the album or in their catalog. One of the most impressive aspects of this album is the rhythm section. The bass is really thick and quite present throughout the whole album, you know, giving the band that extra weight it needs to give it that hardcore edge and just a nice hefty beefiness to it, while also the drums add a lot of dynamic fills throughout the album to really help give some standout moments that extra shine and freshness that it needs. And I think a good example of that is on the song Stand Still. The rhythm section here just sounds really like locked in. They just got it. So here's a clip of that. Stand still, coaxing me, I've got to Not bad, right? Vocally, their main vocalist, Andrew, is fiery as ever. He doesn't seem to lose most of his edge after being in the band for 20 plus years. He still sounds strong, hefty, and the backing vocals on here too, they carry a lot of weight as well. So overall, the band's intensity on the album is really good vocally. So sustaining a band for 20 plus years is never an easy thing. Heck, doing anything for 20 plus years is not an easy thing. But, Comeback Kid is still out here, touring, playing shows really hard, and just going at it really hard. Now, is this record flawless? Is it one of their best albums? Probably not, but it's still a good effort, and it shows that the band, they still have a lot of fight and fire into them, that, they don't need to go away, that they need to still keep playing and just showing up because they sound great and they have a great energy to them. Even though there are some missteps here in terms of just having some more duller sounding songs and, not being as vibrant as they could be at times, Comeback Kid, they've earned their stripes, they've earned their flowers. They are still putting out solid, hard-hitting, hardcore songs that, just reminds everyone that, like, yo, don't forget about Comeback Kid. They put in the time, they put in the effort, and they deserve your praise because they're still doing a good job, better than some other bands out there. So I gotta say, this album they put out in 2022, Heavy Steps, it's a good and decent 7.5 out of 10. Some highs, some lows, but overall pretty good. So links down below, check them out, and like always, I'm Matt from Diazable, and see you in the pit. Good things about you. Cool and warm. Good things about you.